Understanding your true wealth goes beyond just looking at your net worth. In this video, we are diving into the difference between net worth and investable net worth and why the distinction matters for your financial future. Whether you're building wealth, planning for retirement, or simply aiming to maximize your financial potential, knowing the real value of what you can invest is crucial. We'll break down how home equity and other assets factor into your wealth and what you can actually leverage to grow your money. Let's get started. Thank you for joining me on Simply Money. You may have watched some videos or done some research on what's the average or median net worth based on age. Now, we're going to go with median net worth because average gets skewed by the high earners. People who have a $5 million house, people who have $100 million homes, people who have billions of dollars definitely skew what the average person looks like. Median is the middle number. If you have 100 people and what their assets, what their net worth is, you look at the person right in the middle. Average takes all of them, adds them together, and then divides by 100. You could have 99 people who have a net worth of $100,000, but you have one person who has $200 billion of net worth. It's going to take the average way up, and 99% of the people are going to think, oh, I'm way behind. My net worth is inferior to the normal person. So we're not doing this to compare like what are the Joneses doing, but to give you an idea what the average, what the normal person in the United States has for net worth. But more than that is what is their investable net worth? Because you know what? You may have $1 million net worth and want to retire, want to be financial free. And if you don't plan on selling your home, if that home is worth $950,000 and you only have $50,000 of cash, then guess what? You're not going to be financially free unless you sell that house. We're going to look at what net worth is, the median with a house, the equity, and we're going to look at what the net worth for the median person in the United States is without equity in a house, and what that is and the difference and why it's important to know that. First, let's start with why it's important to have investable net worth. Because your house, if you want to be financially free and stay in your house, it's not going to provide income for you. Now, if you have rentals, that's a different story because they are generating income. So perhaps you have 3 homes and they're all worth $250,000 and you live in one and the other 2 you're renting and they're paid off and they're providing income streams. That net worth is different. I'm talking about primary home and what your net worth is with and without it. You need investments that are investable into stocks that pay dividends or that you can sell and make income for living off of. So you want investable assets that are easily liquidated, meaning that you can easily get the money you need. A home has liquidity, but it's slow. It might take a year. It might take 2 years, depending on the market, where you may not want to sell it because maybe we hit a housing bubble like we did in 2008, 2009, and your house loses tons of value and you don't want to sell it right then. It's not necessarily liquid. You want assets that are liquid and can provide immediate income. Let's start with net worth with a home. The first one we have here, under 35 years old, is $13,900. Again, people under 35, they're still getting settled, getting into their careers, paying off debt, maybe buying a house, haven't built much equity in the house. 35 to 44, $91,300. Now you start to build your equity. You're beginning to make more in your career. Maybe you've paid off some of your student loans and other debts. Things like that are happening. From 45 to 54, the net worth with a house goes up to $168,000. Again, these are the median, meaning half of the people have less and half of the people have more. This is the median value of net worth with the house included. 55 to 64. Now, these are people typically getting ready to retire or who have retired early. I know there's some people back here in the FIRE movement. We're not talking about those. Those are outliers. We're talking normally. This is where people begin to do a little bit of early retirement and retirement at 62, 60, whatever the case might be. Net worth with the home is $212,000. Now, people who are basically retired typically at 65 to 74, their net worth is up to $266,000. And then 75 and plus, we have a decrease because people have begun to spend down their investments. They're seeing a decrease in their values. This is your value net worth of the median in the United States with a house included. Now we're going to look at what that net worth is without a house. This is what can actually produce income for you. This to me is a bit scary. When you look at this and you think, how can somebody retire on this? How can someone be financially independent on this? Now, you may be one of the fortunate people that have really good pensions. Perhaps you worked for the government. Perhaps you were in the military. Maybe you were a teacher, or maybe you were with a union that still has a strong pension. Congratulations, you're few and far between and getting fewer and further between as the years go by. Most people are going to go off Social Security and their investments. What are those investments? Now, under 35, I'm not really worried about it. You're just getting started. $7,400. Some people have a negative net worth at this age. Some people have higher. Again, this is the middle person out of all people. $7,400. The difference is $6,500. For the median person, the difference is in the house. $6,500 of equity in the home. 35 to 44, $36,000 is the median net worth without a house, which brings a difference of $55,000. As you can see, the increase is mostly from the house. This $91,000, 55,000 of it is the house. There's been some nice increase here, $36,000, but a bulk of the net worth that people think about is in the house. Let's go to 45 to 54. Again, we had the $168,000 with the house. Without the house, we have $61,000. So $107,000 of the net worth is tied up in the house. Again, I'm not knocking having house equity. That is a great asset to have. That is building equity. You're paying yourself your forced savings because you're paying that mortgage each and every month, which is increasing your value in your home, forcing your net worth to go up. We have to pay more attention to this investable net worth because you're not going to be able to be financially free on $61,000. Depends how you invest that. You might be looking at $4,000 a year of income from this. That's not going to sustain you. Let's go to 55 to 64. People beginning to retire, getting ready to retire, $75,000 out of the 212 of their net worth. 75,000 of it is investable, meaning they can put it in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, whatever the case might be, something that generates income. They have $75,000. 137,000 of their 212,000 is assets of non-investable equity in the home. The retired group, we're calling this a retired group because this is the normal retirement age. Some people retire early, and that's great. They're not doing it if they have $75,000. 65 to 74, again, the net worth with a home was $266,000. Without a home, it's $83,000. $183,000 of that 266 is equity in the home. Now our final group, 75 plus, it dropped their net worth with a home. Their net worth without a home hasn't dropped a ton, just a smidge here. You can see the difference in the drop is from the house. A lot of that is because people are selling their homes, downsizing, or doing reverse mortgages. There'll be another video someday on that. I discourage that 100%. Reverse mortgages, they're selling their homes, whatever the case may be, they're losing their equity in their net worth through their home at this age. Regardless, look at this. In the retirement age, investable net worth, the median, the middle person has $83,000. Half the people have less than that. Half the people have more. This is where we need to focus on investable assets. Because when you want to be financially free, you need assets that can be invested that generate income. They should be providing you, supplementing your pension, your social security, or other forms of income that you have. Maybe you work part time. This should be what's supplementing that. We need to increase this investable amount. You see this amount with the home, you see this amount without the home. Now, again, don't be discouraged. Look at this video here on starting with $200 a month, $10 a day, investing, how you can set yourself up financially for freedom in the future. What do you think about this video? Give me your comment down below. I'm curious on your thoughts on this. And if you've enjoyed these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us bring more videos in the future. Thank you for joining me on Simply Money, and we'll see you next time.